Hey, what's going on everyone? So today we're going to be taking a look at the Megawheels S10 Electric Scooter. This is a 36 volt, 250 watt single motor scooter with a 7.5 amp hour battery that's rated to go up to 10.5 to 13.5 miles on a single charge. Now this scooter is marketed as an adult scooter, but as you can see here, my 8-year-old was riding it with no problem. What's nice is that there are 3 different speed levels, so you can adjust it down to match each rider's comfort and skill level. Out of the box, this thing's pretty easy to assemble. All you have to do is attach the front wheel with 1 bolt, which they supply the tools for, fold the stem up, clip the latch, and screw the handlebar ends in. Now this would have been easy, but I didn't realize when I took it out of the box, one of the bolts fell out of the quick clamp on the front of the handlebar stem, and I'll show you that here. Alright guys, so the problem I had was this fell off when I took it out of the box, and it actually fell down in a little crack in there, and it was really hard to get out. But once I got it out, I put it back together here. It's just 1 screw in this little thing here. If you have to adjust the tension on your stem, you do it with this here. You spin this, but first you have to loosen it up on this end, and there's a little set screw in this side here. You have to loosen that up before you can spin this. So keep that in mind. If you have to adjust the tension on your latch, once you get it adjusted, you tighten this little set screw back up, and that should make your tension perfect on your latch. But I just wanted to show you about that little set screw that's in there because a lot of people might not see it. So now let's take a detailed look at what the Megawheels S10 scooter comes with. So starting up here at the handlebars, right in the center, you have your control panel that displays your speed, your battery level in 25% increments, the mode you're in, and also a headlight icon. This scooter comes with a nice set of rubber hand grips, and on the right hand side you have a thumb throttle for controlling your speed, and over on the left hand side you have a thumb regenerative brake for stopping power. Now this does not come with a hand brake, but it does come with an additional foot brake in case the regenerative brake does not work, or if you get in a sticky situation where you need to stop quickly. Coming down the stem, it is not adjustable for height, but it is foldable by releasing the quick clamp in the front of the scooter, folding it down, and clipping it on the rear foot brake with the included deck hook, which makes it really nice and convenient for carrying around and transporting. One nice feature about where the frame lies out up front is that you can get a nice big chain lock through there if you were worried about security and needed to chain it up. Now when they asked me to test out and review this scooter, the one reason why I said yes is because I really liked the maple wood deck. It made it look like an old style skateboard, which I thought was pretty cool looking, and it has a nice grip tape on it to keep you from slipping around on the deck. Underneath that maple wood deck is where you find this 7.5 amp hour 36 volt lithium battery that takes about 5 hours to charge up. Now the one thing about this battery is that it is in an aluminum case. However, it does stick down a good bit from the frame, so if kids are riding the scooter, you might want to watch for them going over bumps, because anything bigger than about 1.5 inches or 2 inches or any incline that's very steep might bottom out on the bottom of the battery case and nick it up really bad, possibly denting it, and might cause issues in the future. This scooter is powered by one 250 watt hub motor in the rear of the scooter, which has a solid 8-inch rear tire on the back and an 8-inch honeycomb tire on the front, so you don't have to worry about getting flats when you're out and about if you're using this as a city commuter. However, the hub motor was a little bit underpowered in my opinion, which I'll show you in my ride test after this overview. And last but not least, for safety, this scooter comes with a headlight up front. However, the headlight's not very bright at all, and you cannot use it for being able to see where you're going, but it will help you be seen at night. And it does have a tail light, which also incorporates a brake light when you hit the rear regenerative brake. However, it's not very bright either, but like I said, it will help you be seen a little bit at night when it's dark. So now let's jump on this thing and see if it lives up to the specs that are on paper. Alright guys, you hear that rattle? That's gonna drive me nuts. So I figured out what it was, and it's this little latch on the folding mechanism for the handlebars rattling around. Now I made sure all the screws were tight and everything. How I fixed that rattle is I'm just going to put this rubber band on there and wrap it around a few times just to get that thing to quit rattling, because that is very annoying while you're riding. So I'm just going to wrap it around here a few times, latch it back up, maybe come over that once. All right, let's try this again. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. No more noise. Nice and quiet ride now. All right, guys, so now we're gonna do a speed test on this thing. We're gonna see what we can get it up to. There's 3 different modes. We're gonna go into each, and we're gonna see how fast it'll go. So now to change your speed modes, you hit the mode button here, and you can see right here on the display, there's a little white circle. The white circle means slow mode. They say it's yellow, but it looks more brown to me. The brown is like a medium mode, and the red is sport mode or high mode. So we're going to test each one of these levels and see how fast each mode goes. We'll start out in slow. Mode 1 is 6 miles per hour, and the display is accurate on there. Let's go up into mode 2, which is the yellow mode. Mode 2 is double that at 12 miles per hour. And then we're going to go into high mode. Give it one more tap till it's red. And high mode is 15 miles per hour. Showing about 14 on the GPS, every once in a while hitting 15, so right around 15. So their speed rating is accurate. It says 6 miles per hour on slow, 12 miles per hour on medium, and 15 miles per hour on fast. They actually say 15.5, so probably 15.5. Now let's start at a stop again, and we're going to see how long it takes to get up to max speed from a stop. And I'm 165 pounds, and go. And this is full throttle here. And almost there. And we're about max speed right now. So that took a very long time to get up to max speed. There really isn't a lot of power out of the hole on the scooter as soon as when you get on it and get going. Let's try that one more time. And you have to kickstart this thing to get it going, guys. It's not a zero start, so you have to be going like 3 miles per hour for it to go. I wish they would have gave you the option to switch that. For an adult scooter, you should be able to just get on and power it and it go. So yeah, not a lot of speed right out of the gate, but if you're on level ground, you can get up to speeds around 15 to 15.5 miles per hour. That's if you're around my weight at 160 to 5. So overall, with speed, it should be decent for in the city, because you're not really going to want to go that fast in the city anyway. So not too bad, not the fastest, but it's okay with speed. If power feels like it's lacking a little bit, so let's go over and try it on some hills and see how it does. Now this scooter was rated on the Amazon listing to go up to a 20% incline, or 20-degree incline, I should say. On their website, it states 15-degree. In the book, it says 20. However, I did find one listing on Amazon that says 8-degree, so we're going to test it out and see exactly what kind of grade this scooter can go up. This is about a 6 to 7% grade here, or 6 to 7 degree grade. Sorry, guys. So it did power me up it, but I had a pretty good start from the level at full speed. So let's try from midway. And this is full throttle. And I mean, it's getting up it, but very slow, very slow. So that was, like I said, a 6-degree grade. And I'm going to take my phone off here, guys, because that's rattling all around. Now that I fixed that rattle down there, my phone mount's rattling up here. So, all right, guys, I'm back. No more rattles. So one thing I do notice is, even though the front tire is a honeycomb tire, which makes it a little bit of a smoother ride, and the back tire is a solid tire, so that's one good thing about the tires, is that you don't have to worry about getting flats if you're in the city doing a city commute. You don't have to worry about being stranded from a flat tire. However, it is a little bit of a rough ride because you don't have any suspension on the scooter. And wow, very sluggish up that incline right there. I made it, but that's about a 7 to 8 degree slope, and it was really struggling to get me up that hill. Let's start from here and try it again. This is full throttle. Yep, not gonna make it. Oh man, it's hurting. It's hurting it. Yeah, that's not good. Not good. Power on this scooter definitely is not a 20-degree slope. Definitely not. Maybe 20-degree downhill slope, not 20-degree uphill slope. I would say the one listing that I seen on Amazon where it said 8-degree, I would say that's probably about maybe accurate. That might even be pushing it, but 6-degree for sure. I would say 6 degree, as long as it's not super long, you'll be okay. And on level ground, you can see the scooter's fine, but I would not recommend it at all if you have any hills in your area at all that you plan on going up on this scooter. Unless you're a small child like my son that's about 50 pounds, he might be able to go up those hills a little easier for sure, but definitely not recommended for adults for hills. I guess it would be a decent little scooter for a kid. I mean, you could ride around on it as an adult on level ground, I guess. Okay, me starting midway. My son's starting midway, about 52 pounds. My son at 52 pounds starting on this little 12-degree slope. This is mode 1. Starting on this hill, it's about a 6-degree slope. So I'm gonna ride it around here for a while and see how many miles I can get out of it. I have about 3 to 4 miles on the scooter as of right now. So I will see you guys in a little bit. All right guys, so let's do a brake test on this thing. So there's only a electronic brake here, and then you have the foot brake in the back, but in the manual it states the foot brake is only for emergencies if the electronic brake don't work. So we're gonna see 1, 2, 3, almost 4 parking spots wide for it to stop going at full speed, which is probably about 30 feet to, I would say each one of those are about 9 feet. So maybe 36 feet. But let's try it one more time with the foot brake. Like I said, they said that was for emergency use only. Let's see if I can get it down any lower than 4 spots. And 1, 2, 3. So yeah, it saved about 9 feet. Let's try that one more time. 1, 2. Okay, I could lock up the back wheel with the rear foot brake if I'm using this brake also. So I guess you could use it, but like I said, they said that's for emergency use only, and if it's an emergency, you're gonna have to be pretty quick to get your foot back up on that back fender to push it. See how this thing does on some bumpy sidewalk. Not bad, guys. Sidewalk with the little cuts in the sidewalk, not too bad. Now this scooter's pretty light at around, I believe, 26 pounds. So that's one nice feature about it. And I believe the weight rating on it is for, I think, 265 pounds. I think in the manual it states 265, but I would say that is way overkill. It's definitely not gonna hold that weight and go at any decent speed or power. So I would say that rating is way too high. I would say I'm pretty good on it, about 165, maybe 200 would be okay on level ground. But I probably wouldn't push it past that. Wonder how this thing is off jumps. Not bad, not too bad. No suspension, but not too bad. One thing I want to mention, guys, is this brake, there's really no gradual stopping. When you touch it, I'm gonna try to hit it slightly. I mean, maybe if you barely touch it, but it's hard to just barely touch it. This thing is really sensitive. Even though it takes you a while to stop at high speeds, if you're going at any slow speed and you hit this brake, it really stops you pretty good. All right, guys, I'm down to 1 bar here, and I could definitely feel it limiting me on power a lot now. At any kind of incline at all, this thing just has hardly any power. On level ground here, I can still get up pretty good. But let's see, let's try to go up on this sidewalk. Maybe I'll be able to show you. It's gonna be dark here soon, so I'm hoping to get this test done before that. But this is just a slight grade here, and you can see I can't even get past 8 miles per hour. And it's not really much of a grade at all. I mean, look how slow this is, guys. And I still got 1 battery bar left. So once your battery gets down to about half or a little under half, you're gonna notice a little bit of degrade in power. So I'm gonna keep riding here. Let's see how many miles we went so far. Almost 9 miles. This scooter's rated for 12 to, I believe, 17 miles. So there's no way I'm gonna hit 12 miles. Maybe 8 or 9. Hey guys, and you can see that this light is not bright at all. It's not even illuminating the ground whatsoever. It might be okay for people to be able to see you at night, but definitely not okay for you to see things at night. So there's the front light. So you can definitely be seen from other drivers with it, but you're not going to be able to see with it. And there's the tail light. Tail light's not very bright. It does get brighter when you pull the brake lever, so that's nice, but you can see I'm getting pretty limited to power now. All right, so another 0.3 miles will be 12 miles because I went 1.6 miles earlier, and then I'm at 10.12 miles right now, so that's almost to 12 miles, but I'm very limited right now. Can't get past right around 6 to 7 miles per hour. So I'm gonna call this test, guys. It's oh yeah, it's not even going now, 4 miles per hour. So that's it, guys. Look, no juice. And this is still at 1 bar. It never started flashing. Oh, there it goes, it's flashing now. It never flashes until you're basically out of juice. So I made it just under 12 miles. All right, guys, so here we are the next day. The sun's back out, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion of the Megawheels electric scooter. So honestly, in my opinion, if you were an adult looking to buy a scooter, I think I would look for something of a little bit better quality and a little bit more power. Now, if you want to pick this up for your kid, it might be a good option. I would like to see a little bit better quality in this scooter for around the $300 price range. Being plastic hook here, it would be nice to see that being metal. And the back fender, I wish it was a little bit more heavy duty because the handle grabs onto this to allow you to pick the scooter up. There's metal in here for the brake on the wheel. However, it's attached to the board. Everything down here is plastic, so most of this is plastic, the way it attaches and everything, and I would like to see that to be a little bit better quality. And the frame latch, which is kind of petty, but it vibrates a lot. No, not that big of a deal, but just something to keep in mind. But more than anything, I would like to see more power in that motor, because as you could see when I was trying it out on steeper hills, it didn't have a whole lot of power. No problem powering my 52-pound son up them, but I just felt like it needed more power in general. The battery overall be good for city commuting and stuff like that. On level ground, I got close to 12 miles. I think it was like 11.7, 11.8 miles. So pretty close to the lower end of what they estimated, around 12 miles. So I would say battery life isn't too bad. Speed, not too bad at around 15 to 15.5 miles per hour for this type of scooter. And it is nice that you have 3 different levels, and the minimum speed is 6 miles per hour. So you could tone it way down for kids as long as they're not able to switch it, which they could easily just hit the button and switch it to the next mode. But overall, the skateboard style deck is one of the things that I kind of liked about it. It kind of looks cool being like a skateboard style deck. And if you guys are still interested in picking one of these up or checking out the more specs, I'll leave a link down below to both their website and Amazon, along with a $15 off coupon code for their website. Not sure exactly how long that coupon code is good for, but I will leave it down there if you guys are interested. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all around on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.